Hello and welcome back to LeeReader. My name is Lee, if you hadn't already guessed, and today I'm doing my May wrap-up / June TBR. So let's talk about May. Now, May was a weird month for me, as I previously stated on this channel, because I was in a bit of a reading slump and I could not get into any books at all. I just wasn't in the mood for reading. I didn't like the books I was picking up. I was in this slump and I just couldn't get out of it. However, I managed to swing fingers and I've ended up reading 4 books in the month of May, which is amazing. I honestly didn't think I was going to get any books read at all. So 4 books, not many, but great for me. So the book that had continued on from April was The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Now, I've already put up a review of this book. I really enjoyed it. It was a great read. It took me longer to finish than I thought it would, I think. I don't know why. Again, my reading slump, I just wasn't in the mood to read this, but I finished it. I powered through. It's a really great book. If you're looking for a new kind of thriller novel to read, this is definitely the one to go for. Now, it was after reading Girl on the Train that my reading slump kicked in, but this book got me through it, and that is All My Friends Are Superheroes by Andrew Kaufman. Now, this book was recommended to me by Carrie Hope Fletcher when I went to see her at an event, and it is such a short read, but it's such a sweet and wonderful book. I really, really recommend anyone goes and checks this out. It's only like 109 pages, but it's such a wonderful, wonderful story. I want to talk about this book a lot more. I'm going to do a whole video on it, which I'm currently planning, but it's just such a wonderful book, and it's short, but please give it a try. Next up comes a book that again was recommended to me and really helped me get over my reading slump, and that is Me, Earl and the Dying Girl by Jesse Andrews. Now, I found out about this book from Max over at Well Done Books. It was on his April wrap-up, and I was like, I want to give that a try. It sounded really good, and I did, and I really enjoyed it. I have a few problems with the book in general. Again, I want to do a review and talk about that, but it's a great read. I mean, it's like 300 pages, but it only took me like 2 days to read. It is such an easy read. And if anyone is a fan of things like The Fault in Our Stars, anything like that, any sort of YA, this is a really, really great book you should go and check out. It's definitely worth a read, and the film's coming out as well in September, so definitely read this. It's a really easy read, really great as well. Now, last on my list is a book that I've been wanting to read for a while, and I finally got around to reading it, and that is Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. Now, earlier this year I said that All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven was probably my favourite YA book of the year, and I think this book has overtaken it. This book is wonderful. It's about a guy named Simon who is in high school. He's kind of lost within himself, and I related to him so much. Now, this is an LGBT friendly book, and it is wonderful. It's definitely one of the best ones that I have read, and I can't put it into words how great this is. It's got a wonderful story, it's well written, it's well rounded, and it's just a fun, great read. I actually tweeted Becky Albertalli and told her that I wish I had this book when I was growing up, because I related to Simon so much in this book, which is why it means a lot to me. Now, if you're a fan of YA books that have LGBT themes, this is definitely a book to check out. So let's move on to my June TBR. So my carryover book from May into June is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Now, this is a book that has been talked about on BookTube, and I know it's making waves kind of in the YA world, and it's a good book. It has very strong Hunger Games-like themes, and I want to talk about that when I finish it and review it, because I don't want to go into it too much now. But I'm going to finish it. It's definitely worth a read, I think. This is a trade paperback. I think the regular paperback's coming out soon. But it's definitely an interesting read. But like I said, I have some slight issues with it that I'm going to address when I review it. Now, the next few books are all proofs, and I believe only one of them is released so far. And I want to talk about that because I want to get them read and reviewed on this channel before they come out, so you guys can check them out. First up is a book called Night Owls by Jen Bennett. Now, I realise the cover of this book doesn't say Night Owls, but that's because this is a proof, and all the proofs were tagged with a different word that have relations to the story. Now, the book is YA. It's about a boy and a girl who meet on a night bus, and how their relationship grows from that. The boy is a graffiti artist, like a street artist, and the girl is like a student, I believe. But I'm very excited to read this book. I heard about it and I was like, this has potential to be very, very good. So I'm excited to read it. Now, when the book's released, it's actually going to have a different name in the States. I believe it's going to be called something like The Anatomical Shape of a Heart, something along those lines. But if you Google Jen Bennett, then you can find out more about it. But this book is called Night Owls, and I'm excited to read it. I think it's got some good potential. Next up is a book called The Awesome by Eva Darrows. Now, this book is released in shops already, but I was lucky enough to receive a proof of it, and I'm going to get around to reading it. It's about a young girl who is a part monster hunter, part heartbreaker. All awesome is how it's tagged on the back. I'm not 100% sure on what the story is about. I know, like I said, she's a monster hunter, so I'm guessing it's along those lines. But again, a colleague of mine read this and really recommended it to me, so I'm excited to read this. Also, I love this cover and I love dyed pages. It's got dyed pages. You guys know how much I love dyed pages, so very excited to get into this one. Next up comes a book from a man who needs no introduction, and that is The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. Now again, I was fortunate enough to receive a proof of this. This book actually comes out in August. I know a lot of you are very excited for this. Patrick Ness is a very well-known writer, especially in YA, and I'm excited to read this. I was so fortunate to get a proof of this, and again, my colleagues have read it, have told me how great this book is, so I'm very excited to read it. The tagline is, not everyone has to be the chosen one, so I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want to ruin a book like this for you, so go check this out when it comes out, and I'm going to read it and I'll do a review just before it's released worldwide. And if I manage to read all of those, then I'm going to move on to Play On by Mick Fleetwood. Now this is obviously non-fiction. It's the autobiography of Mick Fleetwood, who is the drummer of Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac are a massive rock band who are like one of my favourite bands of all time, and I've been excited to read this book for a while. I've had the hardback sitting on my shelf and I've been meaning to get round to it, but then I saw the paperback come out, and paperbacks are just easy to carry. I'm not afraid to get a paperback a bit battered, so I'm excited to read this. I'm actually going to see Fleetwood Mac in concert next week as well, which is more reason to get this read sooner rather than later, so very excited for this. It's supposed to be very good. Fleetwood Mac are a very interesting band and they've all had very interesting lives, so I'm very much looking forward to hearing Mick Fleetwood's side of things. So that's it. That is my May wrap up and June TBR done. Let me know if you've read any of the books on my list. Obviously don't spoil them if they're in my to be read pile, but please let me know if you've read anything else, anything that I've already read. Let me know your thoughts and let me know what you like the look of, or if you can give me any recommendations of what I should read as well. Those are always welcome. And that's it for today's video. I hope you're all well. I hope you all had lovely weekends, and I will see you on Thursday with a brand new video. Until then, goodbye! End of the video bit. So thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on any of the books that are in my TBR pile or on my wrap-up list. I'm sorry if this video has been had crazy lighting changes. The weather is doing all sorts of crazy things today, and it's light one minute, dark the next, and that's how I have natural lighting. I don't have lights yet. I'm sorry. So I apologise for that. I hope you're all well. I hope you all had lovely weekends. Thank you for all your comments on my last video. It had some great discussion going on down there, which was lovely to see. Yeah, and I hope you all had great weekends. Have a lovely rest of the week, and I'll see you on Thursday with a new video. Goodbye!